Welcome to this demonstration of Spirent iTest. We'll see how easy it is to author a test case with iTest, a realistic test case that includes pass-fail criteria and that is developed without writing a single line of code. We'll create a simple test that ensures that a device is capable of receiving ICMP echoes or pings. We'll perform the scenario manually and then demonstrate how easy it is to convert the captured manual steps into an automated test case. Well, here's the iTest interface. In the iTest Activities view, we select Develop a Test Case and choose one of the existing topologies. In addition to opening the topology, iTest creates a new test case. This is a very simple topology. We see a router connected to my laptop. The topology also includes a Spirent Test Center traffic generator. Let's now add some steps by capturing them. We start a connection to the router, which opens a telnet session with iTest. We now log in to the router. Notice that iTest is capturing my actions, including the password, which is masked here in the interactive UI and is also masked whenever it appears in a captured test case. Now let's issue some commands. By the way, all of these commands will be captured by iTest. For my test scenario, I need to test whether this device is capable of receiving ICMP echoes or pings. So first we issue the show IP traffic command. Well, we can see in the response that it already has received a certain number of echoes. Let's now test to see whether the counter goes up by sending the device some pings. To do that, I'm going to go back to the topology to start a command prompt session with my laptop. Notice that the session opens on the screen right next to the telnet session that's already running, and I'm able to interact with either session simultaneously. Note also that iTest has captured the fact that I opened a new session. Now let's send the device some pings. And now let's go back to the device to see whether it has received the pings that we sent. And we can see that the counter has gone up. This proves that the device is receiving pings. Okay, that concludes the manual testing scenario. So now we'll ask iTest to add those captured steps into that currently empty test case that it created. Well, here, listed in the test case editor, are the captured steps in the exact sequence in which we performed them. Let's now switch to the development perspective and run the test case. We see that iTest replays exactly the same steps in exactly the same order that we performed them in our interactive session. We also notice that the result of the test case execution is indeterminate. Well, that's because we haven't added any pass-fail criteria, so there's no way to tell whether this test passed or failed. Okay, let's add some pass-fail criteria. First, we use a variable to store the ICMP echoes that the device has received so far. Next, we store the number of pings that we sent to the device in another variable. Finally, we check whether the new ICMP counter value is equal to the original count plus the number of pings that we sent. That's our pass-fail criteria. If the counter is now exactly correct, it passes. If we didn't receive the pings, it fails. If we now execute the test case, we see that the result is pass. Congratulations, we now have an automated test case that was generated from our manually captured steps, and the test case includes pass-fail criteria. We did all of that without writing a single line of code. And that's how easy it is to develop a test case in iTest. That concludes our demo. Thank you for watching.